Hello and welcome back to Scratch Your Farm, and also today's Building Model Farm, episode 2. Got the tools out, got jigsaw in there. Priority, get this piece in along here and sort this out because I last bit I did when I was clearing it, I just smacked this and pulled that screw out with a hammer, which I know is bad, but I just wanted to see how it'd all line up. And I think I broke this a bit now, so I'm gonna have to redo that, which is a bit of a pain, but we can do it a bit better this time. We got this piece of wood here. The idea is this one is, I need 2 hands to do it, but it's gonna get screwed into the underside, then there'll be another piece on top to make it all flush. I forgot the drill bit, so I'm gonna go back to the workshop, get the drill bit, and then I'll be back. So I've unscrewed this piece here, and obviously this is what underneath. And now to get this to fit, I need to cut this corner out, so I'm going to do that with a multi-tool. So be careful when using power tools and all that fun stuff that I'm supposed to say. Got that notch, but because of the way the supports are underneath this corner piece, I've got to cut this piece out here, and it should all fit in. So I got the first bit of foam in here, so this is just insulation, old stuff that was left over from doing some work on the house, and I'm going to use that, carve it all out, it go all the way along. I can't finish this until tomorrow because I've got to take it around the farm to the workshop, rip that down on the table saw and put that in there. It's absolutely pitch black outside at the moment, as you can see, but we're still gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna use a multi-tool. It was actually, I was looking at different ways when I was thinking of redoing the model farm, and it was when I saw a guy using a multi-tool and how easy it was to cut this compared to a handsaw. So I want like a hill up there, bit of a road coming through and a ditch, so we'll just take it slowly and see how we go. It's got to be one of the longest time lapses I've ever done, and it's still nowhere near finished, and that's one small bit. So I'm going to crack on with it and show you when I've done a bit more progress on it. Alright, bit of a progress update. I've found out a sanding attachment, a multi-tool, and it's starting to shape up a lot more now. So this is going to be a field gateway here, main road down here, and track carrying on. This is going to be a field up there, another field up there. Now cut this other piece of foam, this fence is going to go, I think, because otherwise I won't be able to carve it properly. I've been to the farm, got a load more tools, got like vacuum and everything to sort out a lot of the mess, and I've also brought the bigger tripod back, so I use that for the real life channel, but I need something a bit bigger than that one, because normally I have it sat on the bench, but I'm building the bench, so I need it sat on the ground. And I've also cut some wood to do that bit there. So priority for today, as such, I think it's about 11 o'clock now-ish. I did a bit early this morning, went down the farm, cut the wood, did a few jobs, so I've got the rest of the day here to carry on, which I rarely do, it's normally all in the evenings, but I just want to get the big job out of the way, which is concreting and foam in, and plastering the foam. Then because I don't have the amount of time I need in the evenings to do that, and in the evenings I can do barns and all sorts. But yeah, it's getting along nicely. and also the other project's coming on quite well with yeah, that's going to be Kubota digger. So we're starting on the concrete yard and we're going to make the concrete. So this is the same way I made the concrete as the newest part of the yard that I did. So what we're going to do, I've got some cement, just general purpose cement, bit of that in there, and some water. I use a water bottle just so I didn't spill it everywhere in the shed, because no one probably will. And then I use lolly sticks because I can throw them away because it will get quite horrible afterwards. Just mix it in until it's a good consistency. So at the moment that's way too wet. Make sure that when you go back to the bag to get more cement out, it's not wet, the container you're using to get it out, because it will mess up the whole bag. So what I'm going to do is use a scraper also to help mix it. And I got it all over me already. Mix it all in. This is coming up to quite a nice consistency. Just mix it all in because there's still a few wet bits in it. Yeah, that's nice, that is now. So we're going to start just in a random spot, I guess. So we're going to start up there. It would probably work better if I made more up at once, which I'll probably do in a minute. Yeah, the last time I did it, because it's the first time I did it, I messed up quite a bit on the consistencies, but this is really nice to work with, this how it is at the moment. So you want it thick enough, it doesn't crack easily, and you can, you know, drop a few bits on it, but you don't want it too thick, otherwise it won't set properly, and also it is only a model and everything costs money, so I try and make it go as far as possible. Because I haven't actually spent a penny yet on the new model farm build, it's just been everything I've had around. But I'm aware I'm going to have to, and it will cost money, but it will be amazing when it's done. So I'll quote Steve, Model Farmer 6710 to it. In one of his videos when he was building the model farm, he says he didn't want to get any more of that thing he bought, something he bought because he spent enough money already. I can completely relate to it, because you need to spend the money to make it look good, but at the same time you don't want to break the bank completely. Right, I'm going to make some more up. It's going to be a very big yard. I'm going to try and not have that bit as where the barns were last time. I'm just going to try and keep this as a yard because it has got this extension, but the main priority to start with is this piece of ply, get it covered. Probably just do this front corner and then the back, but we'll figure it out as we go along. I'll show you when I've done a bit more. So I've got a good bit of progress done on the concrete, but there's a mass to do. So yeah, I'm gonna go and make another cup of tea and carry on with it, I suppose. Progress update, so I've got to this corner, it's a bit thin down here, I need to put a bit more on it. Still got a lot to go, but it looks like I covered that, that's just water where it's smoothing it out. So I've only done sort of along diagonally up through there, but it's coming on well, it's looking good. I've got to find a bit of wood to go in there. And yeah, I haven't set up a time lapse of doing it because there's nowhere to put the camera, and I think I'll get bored to death because it's taken me a few hours to do this, because some of it's rock hard in some corners and it's still mush in the others. So I'm gonna go mix up a couple more batches, do this bit up here, screw a bit of wood in that corner and cover that, and I'll show you when I've done that. It's finally done, and it took the best part of the day to do this. But it's a big old yard, and it's oh, I just noticed that. Alright, I'll sort that out in a second, but apart from that, it's done. To be a big old good yard and have a big pit in it and slurry store and all of it, and I'll tidy up all this mess, and yeah, I'll show you when I've done that. Right, so I've done a bit more. I've carved it. It's gonna be quite a steep bank there, and then once I get all this rubbish out the way, the track goes to there, then this is the main road up through there, and that's going to be one field to about there, be a small paddock there. I'm gonna try, I think the last thing I'm gonna get done today is to cut another piece of foam to go in there. Over there, that's not going to be foam. I'm going to try doing it with plaster over there, but I'm going to leave that till last in case I need to expand the yard anymore. But yeah, it's coming on alright. I'll set you up on the time lapse and I'll carve a bit more away. Alright, so I've got that piece in as I said I would. That's going to be the end of it for now for part 2. Part 3 will obviously be next, and that will be carving that, finishing the foam hopefully, and doing something within between and thinking about yard layout. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Any other suggestions, leave in the comments, and see you again soon.